Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com here this evening with Raider basketball from Knightstown High School here in Knightstown, Indiana. Your 4-0 Wapahani Raiders taking on the 2-2 Knightstown Panthers. Glad to have all you with us here this evening, folks, as we'll get right into things with our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Barn Lot. The Raiders got a big win last night down there at Bankers Life Fieldhouse for the Hoosier Invitational. A great night of basketball. They had 3 games. We were the second game of the evening, and that was, I would be willing to bet, the best game that they had down there last night. But the Raiders continue to fight back throughout the ball game. Was down by as much as 13 in the first half. Came back there in the second half and really continued to put things together and kept climbing back into the game when they had a little bit of a distance to climb there, but nevertheless, fought, like I said, just continued to fight back. Fought them into 3 overtimes, in which the Raiders were able to win that one by a final score of 82-74. And what was, I think, potentially the longest game we've ever broadcasted as far as 3 overtimes. I don't think we've ever went to 3 overtimes before. So it was great to pick up the win down there in a very nice evening there at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. But now you come into this evening's game, you put that game in the rearview mirror. You look towards this game right here, Knightstown coming into this evening's game. They won last night at Cambridge City. So a big win there for them. They're 2-2 here on the year. They average 54 points a game, also allow 51.3. The Raiders here on the other end average 71.8 points per game and allow 60.5. Really the biggest keys here for the Raiders tonight. First and foremost, you don't want to have a letdown tonight because of the tough and grueling game from last night. So yes, it was physical. It was very tiring for them. But you should feel rejuvenated just from the simple fact this is another great night to be able to come out here and play Raider basketball, and it's another great night to potentially come out and get a win. So hopefully they don't have that letdown here tonight. Hopefully they continue to play with the same toughness, the same aggressiveness, and the same attitude, and hopefully come out here and take care of business this evening. And along with that, you got to bring the energy, you got to bring the confidence throughout the ball game. Don't let yourself get into a too deep of a hole. But if you're up, don't get yourself too high. You just want to kind of stay even keel, continue to get after it, and find ways to win the ball game here this evening. Knightstown, a very athletic group of players here, very aggressive. So we're definitely going to have to defend. We're going to have to defend at a very high level here this evening. They are pretty quick. They like to shoot the 3-point ball as well, but they like to aggressively take it to the basket. So we've got to be definitely in a help side mode and got to defend and keep the ball in front of us. And then also rebounding, knocking down our free throws. That's one thing we really did overall a very good job of last night. Yeah, I know that we did allow quite a few rebounds, but we got quite a few rebounds of our own last night. So really poignant to make sure that we take care of business on the boards and also knock our free throws down. We did a good job last night, so hopefully that will translate into tonight's game. And then finally, got to continue to be aggressive on offense. Don't be complacent with settling for the 3-point shot. If it's open, then that's one thing. But continue to be aggressive, take the ball to the basket, and hopefully that will then only complement our outside game. But really looking forward to this one here tonight, folks. This has been our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Barn Lot. We'll step aside. We have tonight's national anthem and then the starting lineups here between your Wapahani Raiders and the Knightstown Panthers. All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Brandon Warbilius alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, live here on the WHS Network. We'll take a look here at tonight's starting lineups. First for your Wapahani Raiders, starting at guard number 10, Evan Roush. At guard number 12, Drew Luce. At the other guard, number 15, Garrett Stanley. At one forward, number 22, Braxton Davis. And at the other forward, number 32, Easton Heffernan. Again, the Raiders are coached by Matt Luce, assisted by Chris Willis, Bennett Somerset, Jeff Andrews, and Andy Zitgraf. Now we'll take a look here at the Knightstown Panthers starting lineup. Start off here with the guard number 4, Jose Olivo. At another guard number 10, Kyler Burton. At one guard number 12, Trevor Cook. At another forward here, number 20, Aaron Reagan. And at the other forward, number 32, James Lukens. So again, that's tonight's starting lineups here for both teams. Again, the Panthers coached by Dusty McGee. We'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back here with tonight's tip-off momentarily here on the WHS Network. All righty, folks. So here we are with tip-off. Braxton Davis here for Wapahani and James Lukens here for the Panthers. And tonight's game is now underway. The Raiders will take first possession of the night in a much different setting than what we were about 24 hours ago, but nice to be back out here and broadcasting some more Raider basketball here for you. First shot of the evening there for Braxton Davis off the mark. Shot up and no good from Olivo, as number 12 Cook will collect the rebound, and the Panthers will reset their offense. Reagan over the handoff. Here's number 12 Cook. Back to number 20 Reagan again. Good defense there by the Raiders, staying right there with it. Tons of passes, a lot of switches, and also being able to swing through these screens. Strip away. Shots up, no good. Heffernan cleaning up on the boards as usual. Had a real strong night last night again. Him and Braxton Davis both getting the job done there in the inside. Luce takes it in, finds Roush. Shots up and good. So Evan finding the sweet magical touch to begin things early tonight. Already a 2-0 lead here for the Raiders. Olivo swings it on over here to Burton. Little shot fake there. Reagan with a handoff to Cook. He'll take the shot from just beyond the free throw line. There's that shot, will be up and good for Trevor Cook. So that will get the Panthers on the board. Luce over to Roush in the corner for three, off the mark. And that's going to be out of bounds off of the Panthers with 6:02 to play here in the first quarter. So in there to rebound now, or pardon me, to inbound will be Garrett Stanley. Will find Braxton Davis and got the friendly bounce to go. So Braxton with his first points of the night. He had a very big game last night, 17 points, 13 rebounds. An absolute monster on the inside as Burton is up and good for two. Garrett Stanley striking for his first points of the evening right there. I think he had somewhere right around 14 points or so last night. Had another great night there from the floor. And we're going to have an illegal screen. It'll be on number 32. James Lukens, that will be his first, team's first. Stanley aggressively takes it in there, hands it off to Rouse, shots up, no good. Heffernan with the rebound, can't get the putback to go. There's Davis, and he will get the basket to go. Great rebounding, great second chance opportunities. Taking it inside there, and fouled will be number 20, Aaron Reagan. As the foul will be on number 10, Evan Roush, his first. Team first. So Aaron Reagan will be at the line, shooting 2 for Knightstown. First one will be up and off the back iron, no good. So the second one of 2 right here from Reagan will be in there to make this an 8-5 ball game. Stanley looks to set up the Raider offense this time around once again. Loose here on the right side. Looking for Roush, ends up finding Heffernan there, and that will be the first turnover of the night for Wapahani. There is Burchett, or pardon me, Trevor Cook for 3. So now all tied up here at 8. Handoff to Davis. Luce takes it in, shot near the corner there. That's a quick 2 points here for Drew Luce. He had another fine evening, you could say, last night. Had a team high 30 points. And no good on the shot, but again, fouled here on the play will be Aaron Reagan.
Fouls on number 12, Drew Luce, his first, team second. Line for the Panthers is Reagan.
So the foul there on Luce will be his first, team second. So Reagan continuing to have a little bit of trouble here with the free throws. Already 1 of 3. Second one up and good. So 2 of 4 is Aaron Reagan here on the evening for Knightstown. Handoff to Luce. He'll take the shot from the elbow, and he was fouled on the. Looked like he was fouled on the shot, but instead it's actually a foul on the Raiders. Number 32, Easton Heffernan, his first, team's third. Burchett up top to Cook. Hand off now to Olivo. Cook no good. Rebounded that time by Evan Roush, his first rebound of the evening. A 10-9 lead for Wapahani. Davis from beyond the arc, no good. And a foul on Heffernan. Not quite sure how in the world he could have held him right there, but that's what the call was. So it is what it is, I guess. Nevertheless, Heffernan picks up his second, team's fourth. So he'll be riding some seat cushions there for the rest of the first quarter, and I'm sure probably to start out the second quarter as well. Olivo up and no good. Davis collects the rebound, his third of the night. Davis hands it off to Luce, takes it right down the lane, and it's up and good for 2. Nice job right there. Davis was able to find Luce around the curl, was able to hand it off to him, sat the screen, worked out beautifully right there. Safani Buck also now in the game, forgot to mention that just a moment ago, rebounded there by Luce. First rebound of the night here for him. Luce Little pizzazz right through the lane, and the shot is up and good. The little acrobatic move right there to knock the bucket down, and the foul's going to be on number 10, Kyler Burgett. That will be his first, team second, so Luce will be at the line here for one more. The first free throw of the night for the Raiders will be up and good. Nicely done there by Luce. 7 points already for that young man, and the Raiders here with a 6-point lead as we near the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter, and another moving screen, this time called on Jose Olivo. His first, team's third, and now in here for the Panthers being number 23, Chase Burton. Hand off here to Roush. Now back to Stanley once more in the corner. Takes it right inside. Not a horrible idea, just a little too much traffic on the inside. Off the mark there for Reagan. Rebounded by Drew Luce. And back come the Raiders the other way. And they're going to call a traveling violation. So 3 turnovers now for Wapahani. 1 so far for Knightstown. Again, the Raiders had 6 turnovers last night. One of their best performances of just simply taking care of the ball we've seen so far this season. And no foul called underneath as Davis was absolutely hammered. Tough break there for Braxton and the Raiders.
There's 3 of you. Come on, you gotta be better than that.
Nevertheless, here, Burton up top with the basketball, so he'll find number 30, Porter. Back to Burton, now over here, Reagan, shuffle the old feet, and the traveling violation called. Nice job there by the old black and white. So again, the Raiders here with a 6-point marginal lead. Let's see how well we can end the quarter right here. Luce now on the outside, takes it in, back out to Roush. And again, really no reason to be in any kind of hurry here. You want to set up for a good shot. Not only that, but you want the last shot of the quarter. Don't want to give the Panthers any kind of hope in scoring the rest of this first period. 20 seconds to go. And a foul called on, looks like number 30. And indeed it will be number 30, Robert Porter, his first, team's 4th. We have 7 seconds to go. Well, that was the end of that there to spoil the rock there at the end of the first quarter. The Raiders lead at 15-9 after one. We'll step aside and we'll be back with more right after this commercial break.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven because we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All righty, welcome back here as we begin the second quarter here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Again, glad to have all you with us here this evening as the Raiders lead it by 6 at the end of one quarter. And it's already been a little bit of a grind through the first period here because of the simple fact of some of the physicality so far. But hey, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. That's basketball. But I guess to a certain extent, nevertheless, as that will be some absolute smothered chicken right there by Drew Luce. And a foul called on number 23, Chase Burton. His first, team's fifth. Luce here up top, dishes it to Roush. Back outside here to Stanley. Back to Luce in the corner. Shots at the elbow, no good. Tip back out to Luce. Three-pointer, no good on the trifecta. As Cook will clean up on the boards that time around here for the Panthers. And Reagan with the 2-point basket there to inch a little bit closer here to the Raiders. Now 15-11 ball game. And a foul here on the floor will be on number 23, Chase Burton again. That will be his second, team sixth. As we will see Justin Ray in here for the Raiders for the first time tonight. He'll come in for Drew Luce, and also Jose Olivo in for Knightstown. Roush from beyond the arc, no good. Foul there on number 2, Safani Buck. His first. Team's fifth. Olivo over here to Burchett. Guarded by Roush. He'll find Olivo here on the right wing. Burchett takes it inside the paint, gets it bobbled around. Now Reagan draws it back out. Finangles his way through the defense and a little behind the back action for the easy 2-point bucket there. Some nice moves there by Aaron Reagan. So 6 points now on the night here for that young man. And a traveling violation called on Wapahani. Turnover number 4 here on the evening for the Raiders. Nice defense there from Safani. Swung over here to Burchett, as he will hand it back off to Reagan at 5:48 to go here in the second quarter. Cook finds Burchett. Back over here to number 30, Porter. So he looks to drive baseline. Tipped pass. Bounced around a couple times, and that's going to be a turnover. Pass down court to Davis. And fouled here on the play. So great court recognition right there. Finding Davis down court. As the foul here will be on... I'm not quite sure who the foul is going to be on. Foul's on number 30. Originally said number 22. I'm like, there's no way. So the foul there on Porter will be his second, team seventh. So the Raiders now in the bonus as Davis knocked down his first free throw of the evening. 5 points already for the big man. Second free throw attempt will be up and good as well. Nicely done there by Braxton. Brief pause in the action there. I guess there was something on the floor. Cook up top finds Reagan on the right or the left side. Olivo loses the handle on it. Three-pointer up and good. So Aaron Reagan with a three-point bucket there as the Raiders still hold on tight here to a 1-point lead. Loose. Back out to Stanley. Back out to Loose once more. Takes it inside and gets the runner to go. You love the aggressiveness here by the Raiders. Comes from every side of the court here. I don't care who it is. Got to continue that aggressiveness. Well, this is definitely very entertaining. Swung over here to Burchett. And thrown out of bounds. So all of that for a turnover. Stanley pushing down court quickly. Roush pulls the trigger, no good. Gets his own rebound. Loses the handle on it. And that will be a Raider turnover. Give them 5 now here in the first half. Reagan back here on the right side. Guarded heavily there by Ray. Burchett now over to Olivo, dumped down low. I don't know how, but Cook able to get that to go. Pretty good defense there from Loose. And a timeout will be taken with 3:32 to play here in the second quarter of the timeout. Taken here by the Raiders, and we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, this will be the Jones Auto Body game break. I'd like to thank Jones Auto Body here for their sponsorship, owned by J.R. Fannin. They're located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they've been servicing the community for over 30 years. So if you need any, or if you have any questions or need them to take a look at your vehicle, please contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. Also, a special thanks to the Muncie Dragway, owned by Scott and Dawn Daniels. The Muncie Dragway is located along State Road 67 west of Albany, Indiana. For more information on upcoming events, please visit their website at www.munciedragway.com and contact them at 765-789-8470. Again, that is Muncie Dragway, family fun, an eighth mile at a time. So returning after the timeout here will be Raider basketball with 3:32 to play here in the first half. It's a 19-18 lead here for the Raiders. Loose down low to Davis. So a nice dish right there and a great job by Davis to finish things off. 8 points now for Braxton on the night. Burchett will drag it back out, hand it back off to Reagan once more now, down low. Good defense here by Ray, and he'll just airball that shot. Great defense right there. Stanley finds Loose. Back over to Garrett once more. Takes it inside, shots up, no good, tipped out. Nice hustle right there, and somehow Roush comes away with it. Fantastic job there by Braxton Davis to get after that one. Stanley takes it in, can't get the runner to go. Levo over here to Burchett. Screen sent there by Lukens. So Burchett there with his 4th point of the night. Handoff, loose. Gets the ball stripped away from him. Oh my goodness. How in the world that was not a travel? I mean, he only slid 4 or 5 feet. Alrighty. Loose now to Ray. And a blocking foul called. It's going to be on number 4, Jose Olivo, his 2nd. Team's 8th. So now we will see number 4, Justin Ray at the line here, shooting the 1-and-1 as number 23, Chase Burton, returns to action here for Knightstown. First one will be up and good. So that will tie the game up. Second one here for Ray will be up and no good. Rattles in and out.
Hey, we're at 50. We 1 shot. There's 3 of you. Do a better job. Go, jump up a little, Trevor. Good. Right back. Right back. Just cut through. Look at that shit. Hey, open the eyes. Hey, roll hard. Roll hard. Go. Goodbye, left. Go.
And that's goaltending. You better believe it. Here we go. Let's see what the Raiders can do. Stanley takes it in. No good. Ray gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled on the play. There's 0.2 seconds left. So the foul on number 10, Burchett, will be his 2nd, team's 9th. So 2 shots coming in the direction of Justin Ray. And the first one's up and good. Second free throw attempt by Ray will be up and good as well. Nicely done, Justin. So that will end the first half here. The Raiders lead at 24-22 at the half. Wasn't probably the prettiest thing, but hey, we do have a 2-point lead, and that's all that matters. So just got to clean some things up here as we head into the half and hopefully come out here in the second half and continue to get after it here. So we'll go ahead and step aside here for a break. Again, 24-22. Raiders lead it at the half. We'll be back with more right after this break.
Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fain in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality.
All righty, welcome back here to the Jones Auto Body game break at the half. The Raiders lead the Panthers at the half, 24-22. I'll just start out here by saying this. The Wapahani's still continuing to come out here. They're grinding it out throughout this first half here. Sure, there's been some times where we've left a couple of shots out here, turned the ball over. We have 6 turnovers, not bad. I mean, that's what we had all of last night. But there's not a lot of times, where basketball teams only turn it over in the single digits. Especially the way, the game is played these days, especially is just such a, fast-paced game. Sometimes you're going to tend to get out a little bit of a control issue there, and, you're going to turn the ball over. But still, the Raiders have done a pretty good job here overall. We've created 5 turnovers on the defensive end. I think for the most part we're defending well, we're rebounding well. We're getting, there's been some times where, we've definitely gotten hammered down low. Sometimes it's going to be called, sometimes it hasn't been. You can't really control that. You can only control, being able to do what you can do and being able to go out there, get the blockouts or whatever it might be. But still, I think overall we've done a pretty good job here. You'd just like to see maybe a little bit more here offensively and continue to pick it up on the defensive end. I like what we're doing there. And just, being able to find some baskets here. We've been able to get inside the paint area to get some shots in there. Some of our shots haven't been able to fall. We've had a couple three-point opportunities. Really haven't shot too many threes here tonight. It's mostly been inside the arc. But we have yet to connect on a three-pointer so far here tonight. But again, that's not necessarily a worry. The main thing is you want to settle for a good shot, a high percentage shot. So if that means taking it inside and continuing to be aggressive, then that's what we'll do. But you have a 2-point lead here at the half, and you'll take it, and now you just build off the lead that you have and continue to get after it here in the second half. And really, the free throws, 6 of 7 right now. Very, very good from the free throw line for us. We're continuing to knock down those and understand the importance of being able to hit your free throws. And like I said, rebounding, we've done a good job of. We've kept them off the boards on the offensive end for them to where they're not getting second chance opportunities. So we're doing all the necessary things. Now we just got to translate that into some more points for us on the offensive end. And other than that, we'll have things going in the right direction here for us. Overall stat line here for the Raiders, they're led here in the first half by Drew Lewis, has a team-high 9 points, 2 rebounds. Followed here by him is Braxton Davis. He has 8 points and 5 rebounds. He's had another strong first half for himself. Also, you have Justin Ray coming in off the bench, adding 3 points in here. On 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Nice job there by Justin. And then you have Evan Roush, 2 points and a rebound. Garrett Stanley, 2 points, no rebounds. And then finally here, Easton Heffernan, yet to get on the board, but collecting some boards by getting 2 rebounds here on the night. So that's big-time key right there. I talked about that earlier, about our bigs really doing a solid job on the boards last night. And, you had some other guys that went in there and did a good job of rebounding too, but a really nice job, and it's been so far so good here for us in this first half here for Wapahani as well. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. We have about 2.5 minutes until the start of the third quarter, so we'll have that coming up. But I like what we've seen. Hopefully we can continue to what we're building on here as we begin the second half here momentarily. Again, this has been the Jones Auto Body game break at the half. Again, Wapahani with a 24-22 lead over Knightstown. We'll be back with more right here on the WHS Network.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alrighty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Brandon Morbilius, alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy as we start the second half. Again, Wapahani with a 24-22 lead coming out of the break. Roush with a handoff here to Luce as he'll drag it back out. Hand off to Garrett Stanley. Davis back out to Stanley once more, takes it inside, finds Luce, creates some space, shots up, no good, and again rattles in and out. Really can't necessarily do a whole lot about that. Another high percentage shot, that's the kind of shot that you want to take. So it is what it is. Reagan over here to Olivo. Oh, nice deflection right there. Unfortunately, we couldn't come away with it. Rebounded there by Davis. So 6 rebounds now on the night here for him, and a reach-in foul. Got number 4, Jose Olivo, his third. Team's first of the half. Inbounded Luce for 3, and nailed that one from downtown, so that's the first 3 of the night here for the Raiders. And that one goes to the hands of Drew Luce. So 12 points now for Drew on the evening. Reagan back outside to Olivo. He'll pop the 3. Rattles in and out, no good. Burchett gets the rebound and fouled on the play. And a foul be on number 10. Evan Roush, his second. Team's first of the half. So Burchett will head to the line, shooting 2. And the first one will be up and no good. Panthers in the first half was only 2 of 4, and both of those free throws, or all 4 of those free throws, were from Aaron Reagan, as Burchett will knock down the second of 2. So 7 points now for Kyler Burchett on the evening. The Raiders still with a 4-point lead. Luce will take it right on inside, and the old up and under for a 2-point bucket to extend that lead now to 6. Olivo takes it in, and a charge taken. And of course, to no surprise at all, Easton Heffernan takes one for the team. He's always willing to take one for the team right there. Great team player. Great job there by Heffernan. So Olivo will pick up his 4th foul of the evening. So I would definitely think that at least the third quarter's pretty well done for him, so he'll definitely be able to have a nice extended water break. Stanley takes it in. I guess there was no foul on that one. Very close play. A takeaway there by Luce. Back out to Heffernan. He tries to drive baseline. Somebody's got to go towards the ball. And a timeout taken by the Raiders. Put a few more seconds back up on the clock here. So this will be the second charge timeout here for Wapahani. And we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. I'd like to thank our sponsors here this evening. Again, to the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association, President Richard Morris. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyprairiealumni.com to get information on any events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also, to purchase any engraved bricks for the alumni brick walkway out there at Wapahani, all you have to do is just simply fill out a form, again, on the homepage of the alumni website. So back out of the timeout. Again, the Raiders here with a 6-point lead with 5:39 to go. In the corner to Roush, pulls the trigger, Mike! Evan Roush strikes from downtown. Roush now with 5 points now on the night. Started out the scoring on the evening back there in the first quarter. Picked up a quick 2 points and then a big-time 3 right there to give the Raiders their biggest lead of the night of 9. Burchett takes it in, shots up, and good. So Burchett with 8 points. 9 points, excuse me. Luce trying to dump it down low there to Heffernan, and that's a takeaway. First turnover here in the second half for Wapahani, now 7 overall on the evening. Burchett here on the right side, sends it back up top here to Lukens, takes it in, shots up, and a foul here on Heffernan. So that will be his third, team second of the half. So Lukens is at the line for 2. First one's up and got the friendly roll to go. So that's his first point of the evening. Second free throw will be up and good again. So now a 5-point lead, 32-27. Luce up top, tried to find Heffernan, and that will be out of bounds. Heffernan with a handoff to Stanley. And a foul on number 10, Kyler Burchett, his third. Team's third of the half. There's Heffernan, takes it inside and gets it blocked away. No good as Roush collects the rebound. Second one of the evening here for him, and let's see what the Raiders can cook up. Heffernan for 3. No good that time around. And good from downtown will be Chase Burton. His first points of the ball game, and what was a 9-point lead now has dwindled down to just 2. Heffernan with a handoff to Stanley. Takes it inside, no good. And a foul here on number 22, Braxton Davis, his first, team's third. And in will come Safani Buck. And also here for Knightstown will be number 30, Robert Porter. Burchett takes it inside, no good. Battle for the basketball. And a foul here on the inside. And a foul will be on number 2, Safani Buck. His second, team's fourth. At the line here will be number 30, Robert Porter, shooting 2. And the first one will be up and good. So Porter, with his first point, makes it a 1-point lead now. And a second one up and good as well. So now a tie ball game. 9 unanswered points here by Knightstown. We will take a timeout here with them. This was a timeout here by Knightstown. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this break. Okay, so the timeout over with now. As we get back to action, tied at 32 with 3:14 to play here in the third quarter. Had a nice little momentum going here for us. And Knightstown took it right away from us. It was a 9-point lead, now tied. A near turnover there, loose. Loses the handle once more, another loose ball. Who wants it? The Raiders will take it. My, oh my. There we go, a nice layup there for Garrett Stanley. 4 points now for him on the evening. He's kind of had a tough way of getting things going here for himself. He's had some good shots, just things aren't falling for him. Good defense shown by Evan Roush. Continuing to bring the intensity are the Raiders here on the defensive end. Just unfortunately for him, Knightstown's been able to knock down some shots. Cook takes it in, dumps it back out. Burchett thought about it. Now back out to Reagan once more. And now to Chase Burton. Three-pointer up, and three-pointer good. Second three of the night, all 6 points coming from beyond the arc. Loose from the elbow, no good. Roush with the rebound. And a foul on number 23, Chase Burton, his third. Team's fourth. So it'll be Raider ball. 1:40 to play here in the third. And thrown right into the hands of Reagan. Well off the mark there. Davis corrals another rebound. Seventh of the night. Roush from downtown. No good. He was looking for it. Burton again with another three. No good. Cook with the rebound and the putback. It just had to take that extra bounce. Stanley no good. And back come the Panthers the other way, and more than likely going to hold for the last shot of the quarter. So again, the Raiders' offense has went stagnant once again here. So the foul here on number 22, Braxton Davis, his second. Team's fifth. So Burton will be at the line shooting two. With 11 seconds to play here in the third quarter. The first one's up and good. As we'll see, number 34, Caleb Henderson, now in here for the first time of the night for Wapahani. Second one here from Burton. Will be up and no good. Foul here on James Lukens of the Panthers, his second, team's fifth. And subbing in now for Knightstown, be number 33, Devin Shadle. Off the mark for Stanley, and that will end the third quarter. So the Panthers lead your Raiders after 3, 38-34. We'll step aside, and we'll be back here with more Raider basketball here on the WHS Network. Coming out of the break here again, Knightstown with a 38-34 lead over Wapahani as we are set to begin the fourth. Again, really so far the story here for the Raiders throughout the ball game here. It's just we haven't been able to knock down our shots. Defensively, we've let them back into it. We've still done a pretty solid job. It's just at times we've been maybe a little careless with the basketball. They've been able to knock some shots down, get in rhythm offensively, and it's built some confidence here for them. And really, this seems like a much larger lead than 4 here for them than actually what it seems. But nevertheless, just got to get after it here. Obviously, being in the fourth quarter, you find yourself down by 4 points. You got to just continue to get back to the basics of the game here, and not get exactly worried by any means. Just got to start knocking down some shots here. That will build some confidence and hopefully get us rolling. Rouse dumps it down low there to Luce. Nice shimmy and shake. And a foul will be called on number 30, Robert Porter, his third, team sixth. So Luce will head to the charity stripe here for 2. This right here is what's going to get us right back into the thick of things. I mean, not that we're out of it by any means, but just anything to get us going, to build some confidence. First one's up and good. Second free throw attempt will be up and good as well. Nicely done, Drew. Now just got to bring the intensity here on the defensive end. We've done overall a pretty good job here. Again, know these guys are probably a little bit tired from the way things went last night, but you can't use that as an excuse. This is a great night to get a victory. Rebounded there by Davis. And back come the Raiders again. Let's see that fight that you showed last night. Shots up, no good. And out of bounds there off the Panthers. And Stanley will now come into the ball game. So Safani Buck to inbound. Out here to Stanley, 6:48 to play here in regulation. Wapahani down by 2. Nice little spin move there. Can't get it to go. Ray with the rebound. Three-pointer up. Rims out, no good again. And this time we're going to have a foul on Wapahani. Fouls on number 4, Justin Ray, his first, team 6th. So again, we've continued to have good look after good look. Shot just ain't falling for us. Plain and simple as that. Just got to continue to shoot, though. Not going to know if you're going to hit them unless you shoot the basketball. Cook here on the right side. Dribbles over. He'll find Burton. Now here to Burton. Lukens drives baseline, kicks it off his own foot and out of bounds. Third turnover of the second half. 8 for the ball game now for Knightstown, as Heffernan will return to action for Ray. Stanley crosses half court. Finds Heffernan. Hands it off to Luce. Takes it inside. And a traveling violation called. Olivo now to Cook. Cook with a handoff now to Burchett. So the foul on Safani Buck, his third, team 7th. So now the Panthers in the bonus here, shooting 1-1 will be Jose Olivo. Back in now for Knightstown, be number 20, Aaron Reagan. First one's up and good. So first point of the night there for Olivo. Again playing with 4 fouls. So we're calling a double foul. And we're trying to get the understanding here. A double foul was called on, well, first and foremost, it's on number 32. I guess the free throw was good for Olivo. Okay, so a double foul called on Heffernan. And then James Lukens. Bobby. Buck over to Luce. Got to drain this one. Oh, heck yes! Drew Luce from downtown. And the Raiders now only down by 1 point. Got to continue to play strong in there if you're Heffernan. Playing with 4 fouls. But you can't be pushed around either. Got to stay in your ground. Cook back over to Burton, now to Olivo. Get on out of here. Smothered ticket. Heffernan with the good old-fashioned stuffing. And there'll be Panthers basketball here as, let's see, number 30, Porter, re-enters the game. Get on out of here. Second rejection in a row here by the Hef. Easton Heffernan. Cook over here to Burton. Guarded by Roush. Porter takes it inside and instead going to get called with travel. 9 turnovers now here for the Panthers. Stanley takes it right down the heart of the middle. And the Raiders have the lead on the bucket from Garrett Stanley. 6 points now tonight here for him. And the Raiders have a 1-point lead. Outside here to Olivo on the left. Burton now up top. And a foul here on number 10, Evan Roush. Will be his third. Team's 8th. Pardon me, actually team's 9th. And the first one's up and good here for Cook. Trevor Cook now with 10 points here on the night. Second one's up and good as well. Outside to Roush. Off the mark there. Rebounded by Olivo. Luce bringing the intensity right there, forcing another turnover. 10 turnovers now for Knightstown on the night. It'll be Raider basketball here with 3:33 to play. In regulation, Stanley to bring the ball down floor, and a timeout taken by the Raiders. It'll be their third charge timeout of the evening. 3:33 to go here, folks. Panthers lead it by 1. We'll be back right after this break. Back out of the timeout here, the Raiders again down by 1, 42-41 as we enter the 3.5-minute mark. Heffernan with a handoff here to Luce, takes it inside, and a foul called. And this will be on number 12, Trevor Cook, his first, team's 8th. First free throw will be up and good. Second one from Luce will be up and good as well. Nicely done. Raiders back here with a 1-point lead. Reagan back outside here to Burton. 3:05 to go. Dumped off to Cook, takes it in, back out here to Burton. So the foul here on Safani Buck is 4th, team's 10th. So now the Panthers are in the double bonus. First one will be up and no good for Reagan, as number 32, James Lukens, will return to action for Knightstown. Second one will be up and good. Luce drags it back out, hands it off here to Evan Roush. We have 2.5 to go. Yeah, no reason to be in any kind of hurry here. You want to settle for a good shot. No good there for Luce. Levo from downtown and got the friendly bounce to go. So timeout taken by the Panthers. We'll take a timeout right here with them. A 46-43 lead here for Knightstown. About 1.5 minutes to go. We'll be back with more right after this break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. A 46-43 lead here with 1 minute and 38 to play here in the fourth quarter rather. It's been a long evening, I guess. But nevertheless, Wapahani, I wouldn't necessarily say they're in trouble here, but just things haven't went too good for them here this evening. But we'll see what happens here. All righty. Hands it off here to Luce. Shots up, no good. And fouled on the play will be Luce as he gets his own rebound. So the foul here, number 10, Kyler Burt's at his 4th. Team's 9th. So Luce at the line, shooting 2. First one's up and good. Second one up and good as well. Nicely done again for Drew Luce. As number 23, Chase Burton, will return to action for Knightstown. Panthers up by 1. Got 1 minute 25 to go. And a turnover. Here come the Raiders. Stanley outside, Luce thought about it. No good there for Stanley. So a timeout taken by Knightstown. They now have 2 timeouts left. And we will stick right here with you during the timeout. 49 seconds to go. Again, the Panthers with a slim 1-point lead. As we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. We'd like to thank FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. Let Ted and Joanne be the key to all of your real estate needs. Buying, selling, or investment properties, we get the job done. Call Ted Cook at 765-744-8143 and Joanne Davis at 765-748-1316. Again, that is FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. Also, a special thanks to University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, look to solving your unrecognized dental needs with a viable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and at cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So as we get back to basketball, both teams now with 2 timeouts each. The Panthers are shooting 2 free throws of any foul. Wapahani, the next foul, will be 2 free throws. Back outside to Burton. And a foul there called on Roush. That's his 4th. So now Burchett will head to the line here, shooting 2. Usually a pretty good free throw shooter. As the first one's up and no good. Second free throw attempt here by Burchett will be up and good. So another timeout taken by Knightstown. And again, we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. Been an interesting game to say the least. Again, the Raiders just haven't necessarily looked quite like themselves. You know, definitely nowhere close to what they was like last night. But I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily the tiredness or what, because we've still had good shots. Just, you know, unfortunately the shots haven't fell for us. That's just a part of the game, and that's something you just got to adjust to on the fly. But you know, I'm sure that's definitely frustrating. But you know, you're down by 2 here. You need a score. Settle for something good. You know, stay confident within yourself and find a way to, at the very least, tie this game. So the Raider basketball out of the timeout. Stanley with the basketball. Into the corner to Roush. Back outside to Stanley. They're into the corner. Roush for 3! Money! Oh, you've got to be kidding me. A foul underneath. A foul there on Loose will be his 2nd. So 2 shots here for Trevor Cook. Unbelievable. So a timeout taken here by the Raiders. And think we might take a timeout here with them. 48-47, Raiders lead it. The Panthers are at the line for 2 right out of the break. We'll be back after this. All right, so again, out of the timeout, you have Trevor Cook here at the line for 2 shots. There's only 0.1 seconds left on the clock, so. And the first one's up and good. And another timeout taken here by Wapahani. So we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. So Wapahani with no timeouts left. Knightstown with 1. Of course, it's not going to necessarily matter right now anyway, because, I mean, just plain simple as this. Cook hits this right here, it's game over. There's only 0.1 seconds left on the clock. You can't do anything with 0.1. So still, though, I'll tell you this much. The big shot there by Roush, I mean, money on that shot down there to give the Raiders an opportunity. This is big time right here. Very much big time. Quite nerve-wracking, you could say. So here we go. And the free throw will be up and good. He got the friendly bounce to go. And he nearly hit it. So the Panthers defeat the Raiders here tonight. Final score 49-48. We will step aside and we'll be back here with more on our post-game report here on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, welcome back here to the Raiders Live post-game report. The Wapahani Raiders not on the smiling side of the scoreboard rather here this evening, as Knightstown wins on 2 free throws at the end. The Raiders were up 48-47 after the three-pointer of Evan Roush, and then a late foul with 0.1 seconds left ended up unfortunately costing the Raiders the victory there after a couple of free throws made there by Trevor Cook. So tough loss for Wapahani. I mean, they well, for the most part, we was able to have the lead majority of the game. There was different times, especially out throughout the second half here, though. Knightstown had the lead on us for a good majority of it, and they was playing some pretty good basketball. Us, on the other hand, we did struggle here this evening, but we kept fighting. And that's one thing about it. We kept battling, we kept fighting in there throughout the entirety of the ball game. Just unfortunately, we came up 1 point short here tonight. And that is what it is. You can't, unfortunately, do anything about it now. But, we did leave quite a bit of shots out there. I wouldn't necessarily say it was anything that they did wrong or that, that they settled for bad shots, because that's not true at all. We actually had a very good shot selection here this evening, just wouldn't go in for us. So that's, that's part of it, as unfortunate as that is. But now you get back after it. You had a tough game last night, another tough one here tonight as well. And, so now you're 5-1 on the, or 4-1 rather, on the year. It is what it is. No big deal. No big deal. You got to shrug it off. Learn, understand what you might have done wrong here in this game and learn from it. And like I said, get back after it this coming weekend practice and get ready to go for next Friday night's game at home against Westdale. So that will be a big MEC conference game, first conference game of the year here for Wapahani. So we'll have that one live on the WHS network next Friday night. We take a look here, overall score line here for Wapahani, led this evening by Drew Lewis at a team-high 23 points, followed by Evan Roush and Braxton Davis, both with 8 points each. Garrett Stanley with 6 points, and also Justin Ray with 3 points, again for a grand total 48 points scored here for Wapahani. Again, the Raiders were 12 of 13 from the free throw line here this evening. Good for 92%, so they did a very good job of that. They only had 10 turnovers. Took good, pretty good care of the basketball. Just unfortunately, the shots weren't falling for us here tonight. I think if that was to happen, this would definitely be a whole lot different outcome, but you can't do anything to change that now, but get back after it and get ready to go for Westdale next Friday night. We would like to thank all of our sponsors this evening: Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, as well as the Muncie Dragway, FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, Tom Cherry Mufflers, The Barn Lot, Liberty Perry Alumni Association, and again, a huge thanks to our good friends there at Harris Chapel Church, along with Pastor Jim Ballinger and his wife, Janie. So, folks, again, thanks for watching us. A back-to-back game here for us. So we got last night and tonight. We'll be back at it on Tuesday night at home with Lady Raider basketball as they take on the Frankton Lady Eagles. So we'll have that one right here on the air probably around 7:20, 7:25 on Tuesday night. But we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening. Until next time, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy saying good night from Knightstown High School.